I'm ready.
Right, cool. Welcome in, everyone. This is going to be best of 5. Bonyth Sziky versus Gambit MoonLight. So basically the best foreigner team we've got, I would say, against an incredibly strong Korean team. Oh, holy shit. Thank you very much, Bonyth, and amazing timing. Absolutely amazing timing. About to hit into game 1. So yeah, if you want to introduce the players and I'll show them.
Yeah, so we just started our first 2v2 game. Best of 5. We have Gambit, the Zerg, Korean Zerg, at 11 o'clock. And then here we have MoonLight, aka Deluz, or Jung, a top Korean 2v2 hunter player and 2v2 player at 2 o'clock. And we have Bonyth, the Polish Zerg, famous player we all know of, at 5 o'clock, and his reliable ally Sziky, also a top foreign player, Red Zerg at 9 o'clock. So we have a situation on this map called Iron Curtain, and this is a top versus bottom situation, but there is a mineral wall running vertically in the middle of the map. So this is going to be a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, I'll just show the map here. So yeah, the whole of the middle is blocked off with mineral patches. There is the possibility to jump over with the probe, but otherwise everything gets kind of locked off.
Yeah, so it's 1v1 situation with MoonLight, a Gambit, and Sziky. So it's a ZVZ on the left side of the map. And then it's MoonLight versus Bonyth, a TVP situation. So, crazy, you're going to be a little busy kind of moving back and forth, because you're going to cast two 1v1s until they get some air units.
Yikes.
Or able to push over some ground units, like with like probe or SCV, like mineral stack.
Yeah, like I don't know if I can I use the F keys? Can I use like F2, 3, 4 on it when I'm watching replays? Because
I don't think so on replays.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Oh, that would be so useful. So yeah, we saw, I believe this was 9 pull, right? And it was definitely over pull from Sziky, but
yeah, it was over pull from Gambit and 12 pull from Sziky.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, already see some blood.
Oh, 1 kill from the Bonyth probe.
Yeah.
That's kind of expected, actually.
Really, even against
so
Deluz?
we have a pretty typical build on the right side of the map and also on the left. So we have a 2 factory going up, it seems, from MoonLight. So going to be a early aggression build. And then we have a very traditional Protoss 1v1 build, 1 gate core with range upgrade. So once Bonyth sees that MoonLight is not expanding or like making lots of Marines more than usual, then he can expect early push.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
Second SCV about to go down.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, okay. So the builds here on the left, we have 1 hatchery layer from overpull from Gambit. Looks like his first sunk is going down. And then Sziky is doing 12 pull expo with a slightly slower layer, but he's going to have more Zerglings. That's why Gambit's already putting down his sunken colony. Okay, so both of the Zerglings have speed upgrades ready. He just got 1 Zergling picked off. Here the 3 Zerglings just kind of splitting off the main group.
Yeah, already seeing pressure on the Terran wall, just made 1 Marine there.
Yeah. Oh, very nice trade by Gambit here. I think he had less, but
yeah, I think
nice multitask.
Yeah, I think the reinforcements coming in definitely bolstered, and then Yeah, Gambit, kind of with the multitasking on Sziky, I think Sziky couldn't concentrate on both at the same time.
Ooh, those sneaky lings. So Iron Curtain actually has a lot of places where you can kind of sneak in lings. It has a pretty wide.
Yeah, like avenues are really wide, so you can kind of sneak the lings on the side there.
Yeah, Zerglings have lower vision or sight. Okay, Sziky comes in trying to snap a few drones. Didn't work. Here are the 3 mutas that are out. Spores going up. Oh, these are nice backstab by Gambit. I think he might have picked off a couple of drones.
Yeah, that's right. Luckily, not too much is happening on the right side of the map, so we can kind of concentrate on this EVZ. I think, you know, just got a few tanks up. Bonyth becking.
Yeah, 2 Gateway Dragoons into Reaver.
I think Sziky's in quite a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, so if you go 12 Pool Expo, you have lots of lings, and then you put some spores down until you can stabilize your economy. Okay. It's going for the spore, but...
Doesn't quite get it.
Oh.
Quite a big loss, really. Yeah,
No
MoonLight's...
Spire yet.
Yeah, MoonLight's got this sunken at home, which I like. He doesn't have to worry too much about these... about the lings. He's going to clear them up anyway. Terran's on the move.
Yeah. There's a big push. The Terran. These 5 tanks are pretty strong, especially if they have some supporting army. Gotta push fast before the Reaver comes through.
Yep, Reaver only just started now. Looks like Muta might come in to support as well.
Yes.
Only 1 cannon remain. Bonyth's in quite a bit of trouble here. Yeah, this is kind of the problem when you know, you've lost the air by going that later pull and going for the expansion as well. Bonyth's kind of got to deal with both armies.
Right. Ooh, big mine there. Bonyth has his main weapon, which is a Reaver, but this Muta harasses just too much.
Yeah, I think he denied the Terran like really well, but you know, Terran did move out knowing that he can get that Muta support if needed. And yeah, the Muta's kind of ripped apart the probes. It's definitely not looking good. Yeah, just taps out.
GG.
Yeah, would you...
So I think in 1v1 situation, and if Sziky didn't get harassed by those backstab lings, I think his Spire would have popped a little faster and been able to help Bonyth more quickly. But in this case, Gambit got ahead in the 1v1 fight and was able to critically help MoonLight.
Yeah, how do you feel about the choice?
Victory.
How do you feel about the choice from Sziky choosing to go expansion and obviously much later there?
Apparently in 1v1, 12 pool wins versus overpool because they just have more macro and they have a second hatchery.
Yeah, but it's not 1v1.
It is not exactly 1v1 in this game. So I think 1-base plays are the typical norm because you can get faster tech up and then make something happen on the other side of the map. So I don't know, but
this is why I do like.
We don't have too much experience, yeah.
Yeah, this is why I do like the decision for the earlier mutas, because I mean, if you think about if everything was reversed and Sziky made those earlier mutas, like Terran's going to have a tough time, right? Because he wants to be teching in the TVP, and you know, spamming up turrets will keep you alive, but it really sets you back in your PvT. So
that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let me update the scores real quick. Oh yeah. 0-1. Koreans ahead at the moment. Right, ready for game 2?
I'm ready when you are.
Oh no.
He loves to ops games.
Yeah, man. He's #1 ops in Europe. Maybe in the world.
All right. Which map is this one?
Anaconda.
Anaconda. Okay. All right. So we have the Grey Zerg, Gambit at top left, and we have his ally MoonLight or Deluz at bottom left. The right side of the map, we have Bonyth, top right, Protoss, and then Sziky as ally. A blue Zerg at bottom right. So left versus right, ZT versus ZP. By the way, MoonLight has chosen random, so Bonyth and Sziky do not know his race yet.
Yep, so I'm expecting to see Pylon Scout, yep. And he's going to luckily find the random player. No, he's not. No, he's not going to find the random player. He's going to, unluckily, find the random player last. Yeah, I mean, if the random was Zerg, you got, you know, a chance to hit the see it with the Overlord, and the Overlord could be hidden. I think that's why Sziky's taken this kind of unorthodox pathing.
Right.
Okay, so
we see a overpool slash like a 12 pool situation from Gambit.
Yep, and overpool from Sziky as well, so mirror builds so far. They still don't know about the Terran.
Okay, so it looks like Gambit's going to be doing a 2 hatchery kind of mass ling build, and I just saw the gas going up at Terran.
Oh.
Yeah, so it went up around minute 38, which means it's a 11 supply gas. So he's going to really quicken the factory timing around like minute 2 and 2 minutes and 30 seconds or less.
Yeah, are you expecting double factory, or do you think Wraiths could come into play?
Yeah, I think either is possible, but with a super fast gas, I think two starport raids are
More likely.
very viable. Yeah. Okay, so 2 gateway and no gas yet from Bonyth, so his tech is going to be relatively slow.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for the close-in on Zerg. Sziky just kind of running up there. Already 8 lings out.
First zealot.
Yeah, once these other 2 lings join, they should be able to take down this zealot 4 lings. So he's opting just to hold his ramp. And from Terran, it looks like he's actually going to go for the Wraith play. Okay, Sziky sending a few lings over just to check Terran. A bit back and forth here. Loses the first zealot. Sunken is very close to finishing. This is a lot of lings, so looks like okay. One of going for the trade, but then backing out, giving his ally 2 zealots, and going to be cannoning him.
Yes. This is This is a dangerous timing, actually. It looks like Bonyth went gas before putting down the cannons. These vultures are very fast. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to hold.
Ooh. Almost takes down one though already. Takes down one. That is pretty big.
Nice micro there. He really needs to buy time here.
Yeah.
Because look at all those lings rushing down diagonally across the map. I think drones need to be pulled here. First zealot dead. Oh, lots of lings coming. Third vulture coming. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to break the ramp only just. Things do take down cannons quite fast. Manages to get it. For quite a while till the muters pop. Oh, there's only one muter on the way as well. A lot of drones going down. Yeah, I feel like...
that was a very sharp attack right before the cannons were about to be done.
Yeah, I think you called it right. The gas before the cannon just slowed down that cannon timing ever so slightly. And Gambit MoonLight taking advantage of the fact that that probably would occur.
What's surprising about this build by MoonLight is that, you know, when Terran players go 2 Starport Wraith, they don't make this many vultures. But I think maybe he went add-on first, so he had the minerals to spare to keep pressing vultures. So interesting.
Yeah, interesting choice. Build. Yeah, exactly. You normally only see one vulture come out. He's probably, you know, coupled with the fact that Gambit is just going for that pure ling strategy. So, and to make use of those lings, kind of combined up with the vultures, just to really put some pressure on anyone who's trying to tech a bit too fast, such as Bonyth.
Yeah. So 4 raids. There's not much that Sziky has to defend against this.
Yeah, Sziky's got nothing, unfortunately. Yeah, I think
this is looking pretty grim for the ZP team here.
Yeah, this is kind of what happens when you go up against someone who's, you know, a team that's so crisp on their timings. You know, because if he had like 4 less lings and 1 less vulture, then they wouldn't have broken the ramp. But you know, they got all those units out. You know, and even it's a couple of seconds faster than you would predict, and that's all you need sometimes.
Yeah. I agree. All right, so that's GG for the second game.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so the Korean team ahead by a score of 2-0. Let's see if they can turn it around. Bonyth and Sziky can turn it around third game.
Yes. Yeah. As you know, in these top level games, they often end very quickly because of those crisp timings, those mineral optimizations, those build optimizations. It can when one team is trying to be that extra little bit, tiny bit greedy, like Bonyth was getting the gas up, then they can just really punish them.
Right. Yeah. So this is another interesting map. It's kind of looks like Python. If you like rotate the map a little bit, it has a pretty short air distance between left and right side of the map. So that will certainly be a factor. But actually, the ground travel distance is quite far, especially diagonally. So it will also create some kind of interesting circumstances here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I even find the distance between your main base and your ramp is quite long. So you can. It's really hard to drill in time because you're not used to that kind of extra distance. So when they are going for breaks, you know, sometimes it's actually already too late to pull the workers.
That's a good point. Yeah.
All right. Get number 3. Yeah, I'll do shift tab this time, guys. Makes it a bit easier for everyone else. And yes, Fliz, Joe is solidly number 2.
All right, so we have a Protoss MoonLight. So he chose random, and then he's gotten Protoss this time at 12 o'clock, and his ally Gambit on the top right side of the map, an Olive Zerg. And at the bottom of the map, we have Bonyth Protoss at 6, and then Sziky as ally at 7 o'clock.
Yep, so top versus bottom this time. Yeah, interesting to me that MoonLight has now got all 3 races. No, what was he in the first game?
He was Terran.
Okay,
Terran,
Terran,
Protoss.
Protoss. Right, I see. Does he have a main race?
I'm not sure. I think he just plays all 3.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so both of the Zergs are not making their Overlords. So that could be either 9-pool or 9 hatchery.
It's like a 9 hatch from Gambit. And 9 pool from Sziky.
Okay. So we have nice contrasting builds. 9 pool has faster lings, faster speed, but a slower second hatchery, so we'll have less lings in the middle.
Yeah.
But 9 hat will have to defend a little harder in the beginning, but we'll have just a burst of macro or number of lings in once the second hatchery pops. So we'll see how this one plays out.
And I imagine Sziky will probably be going into Lair first in this situation, rather than speed first.
Yeah. It depends. I think if you want to just play defensive off of 9 pool, you can go Lair first. But if you have a pretty big map, sometimes they just like to get the speedlings out there and then try to grab map control. But it really depends what your preference is. There's pros and cons.
Okay. So I would have thought Sziky Bonyth would be kind of on the defensive side, not completely initially, but as the game develops, still in the early game, they're going to be on the defensive side because, yeah, Gambit's going to be flooding lings. I imagine he may not even go for Lair.
Right. Gambit certainly can't go Lair in this situation. He just needs to pump out lings and survive the initial push.
Okay, Sziky's actually just gone for speed only.
Yeah. So Sziky will just follow up on with the second hatchery soon. Okay. And then both Protosses are 2 gateways, pushing Zealots. Ooh, nice trade by the Bonyth team here.
Yep. Grab those couple of lings and then decides just to back out. Looks like he's just going to be holding this area here. What's MoonLight deciding to do? I think he's deciding to counter. Okay, he's changed his mind because he gets seen by the Overlord.
Right. So I think Gambit's waiting for his speed link timing.
Yeah, no speed yet. There was a quick attack by MoonLight.
Yeah, I think he backed out.
Yep. We have 5, 6, 7. Okay. 5, 6, 7.
Oh, the lings are backstabbing. I don't think MoonLight knows that this is coming.
No, he's not far away, but yep, Sziky lings in your base. Never a good sign.
One probe. Second probe. 3 probes. This is actually a big deal because not only did he lose mining time, but 3 probes is huge. Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed, but Bonyth is pumping probes, but MoonLight isn't.
That's right, yeah. MoonLight was just on the standard 15. So yeah, it hurts him even more to lose those 3. Oh, now 4 and 5. Yeah, this is some huge damage. Gambit looking to break out.
Yeah, so 15 probes is just enough to pump non-stop Zealot Dragoons and then add a third Dragoon after. But with 4 probes lost, he's not going to be able to run 3 gateways for sure, and he might not be able to run 2 gateways. Okay.
Oh, Sziky Ling's still there.
More Lings. MoonLight down to 10 probes. Gambit trying to push forward, and MoonLight just going outside to do some sort of damage.
Yeah,
okay.
I wonder.
Going towards.
I don't know what's Protoss. I was just wondering because MoonLight hasn't lost any army, whereas Red Team have been sort of trading out their army a little bit. So yeah, MoonLight's army needs to do something. It needs to get some form of compensation for all that early damage.
Okay.
Yep, there's a lot of blue flooding in. Bonyth in a bit of trouble.
Sziky's trusting Bonyth to defend on his own and going for the counter kill. 4 Dragoons up on the ramp. Is he gonna be able to defend this one? Oh, so MoonLight is gonna be finished here with that many Lings.
Yeah.
It's up to Bonyth to survive this rush. Excellent probe drill. He still has enough probe at his main mining.
Yep, Lings find a way in there. Some good micro from the Dragoons. There's a lot of blue flooding in still, though. Yeah, he opted to choose to get some Zealot swapping. I like that decision. Quicker build time. He's that meat shield at the front. Yeah, blue.
Wow.
Blue forces dwindling.
This Dragoon micro is pretty insane.
Yeah, it is.
He's lost only 1. Okay, he lost a second, but... Okay, now Sziky comes in with the reinforcements. I think he's going to be able to defend.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep, this is...
Insane micro and defense by Bonyth. 2v1.
Yeah, and Sziky did well as well to help him out. You know, and kill Protoss at the same time. Yeah, with no tech behind this from the blue team.
Yeah, so the configuration was just mass versus mass this game. And when MoonLight got backstabbed with those Lings, it was basically a killing blow.
Yeah.
Not in the immediate sense, but they just can't win once they got their economy disrupted like that. He was banking on just like pushing all the units they can out of like tight economy, but you just if you disrupt that, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, that's why that Protoss army of the blue team needed to get something done, and it just wasn't quite enough. Like you said, this map distance is quite far, and he was opting to go cross map as well. I mean, I don't hate the decision. I think the decision was correct, but it was just a bit too much to come back from. And yeah, just a great hold by Bonyth. He chose to get 2 rounds of Zealots out of his gateways, which I think is what effectively saved him. You know, pure goons, I feel like we would have just got ripped apart by Blue's Lings and goons. So I think, yeah, pretty well defended.
Yeah, the Zealot follow-up after a round of goons by Bonyth was excellent choice. He had to fight both Lings, Zealots, and Dragoons, so I think that was a nice balance of production.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And in a way, luckily, Sziky didn't go for layer tech because he got so much done with his Lings. So, yeah.
Great.
Yep. Comeback is on.
The updated score is 2-1. Koreans leading by 1 game still.
Yep. Okay, looks like we're on Avalon this game. Snow map. These snow maps always remind me of Warcraft 2. All Warcraft 2 maps look like this. Brings me back.
Yeah. I love these snow maps. I think there's like one, maybe it's like a Zerg campaign or Terran campaign that's based in a snow map, and I still remember, I reminisce about that.
Yeah, good times campaign. We're all complete noobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, just mouse only times.
Oh yeah, I remember being like a 10-year-old boy, just like playing StarCraft with all the cheat codes on. It was a great time.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Turns out there are no cheat codes. There are no cheat codes in real life.
Nope. There was cheat codes when Battle.net first came around. There was a lot of map hacking going on, but somehow...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Blizzard did a really good job, I think, of getting rid of cheats. And then, I don't know if you remember Chaos Launcher and W Launcher as well, third-party programs.
Yes.
Yeah, they just basically got rid of cheats completely by the time they came out. Right.
So this is an interesting map too, Avalon. It's a 4-person map. The rush distance is very short, as you can see. Like, they're not truly at the edge of the corners, but more kind of placed inward. And there is actually a natural behind your base that only you can access. So that might be into play here. But the most important thing is that the rush distance is very short. So we'll see how that plays into effect.
Yeah, I mean, 2v2s don't normally go long enough that people are going to take that back expansion, and obviously it has no gas, right? The back extension.
No,
yes.
It's just mineral.
Yeah, so you kind of, you want your natural, preferably, and hopefully we get to see a long game and get some more maps, more bases taken up. But yeah, at the moment I haven't actually seen on Avalon in the SLON tour anyone actually take that back mineral only. Right, you ready?
Yep, ready.
Let's go.
Yeah, one thing about these maps is that some of them have many mineral patches like this game. Like, they have 9 mineral patches, but some of the other maps we saw had only 8 mineral patches, so that makes a difference too. So here we have Sziky, Yellow Zerg at bottom left. We have his ally Bonyth, Protoss at bottom right, and then MoonLight, the random who turned out to be Terran, top right, and his ally Gambit, the purple Zerg, top left.
Yeah.
So top versus bottom.
Yeah. MoonLight not managed to spike that Z. I mean, ZR with ZZ, like turning into ZZ, is by far the strongest composition. Yeah, it hasn't quite worked out so far, because that's what all the Koreans were going for, weren't they, back in the day? With the ZR teams just kind of praying to get double Zerg, because you weren't allowed to choose double Zerg.
Right. Double Zerg is too strong when properly executed. Yeah, that's especially when the races are not known.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as you say, if it's properly executed, double Zerg just basically have the map for the entire game. Map control, that is. Okay, so it's looking...
So this is an overpool from...
I think it's 9 pool. Yep, 9 pool.
Is it a 9 pool?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It's 9 pool, yes. And then we have... also a 9 pool from Gambit.
Yes, okay. Aggressive openings. I mean, I don't know Deluz well enough, but I would put the advantage to Sziky in a Ling versus Ling situation. Sziky Lings are absolutely insane.
Right. So Terran's going tech again, so might be able to see another 2 Starport Wraith opening, or maybe 2 Factory opening.
Yeah. I wonder if the probe's going to opt to leave or stay inside. It looks like he's staying inside for the time being. It would be really nice to be able to see what their own tech choice is going to be.
Yeah, based on the the population we're seeing up, on the board. He's MoonLight has one SCB picked off.
Beautiful.
So it's actually so when you're going tech as Terran, you don't really want to be harassed because it delays your factory timing and the starport timing. So ideally you don't want to make a Marine either. So here's the first factory going up. Skirmishes on the map, Ling versus Ling. Their speed is about to hit in like 4 seconds. Around minute 3:05.
Very almost caught one. Zelot choosing just to go alone. Choice.
Yeah, because he can see the Lings being chased by Sziky, so.
Okay, it looks like it is going to be double starport from the Terran. Okay, Blue feels comfortable enough just with his sunken at home.
Right. I think MoonLight has a kind of a leaky wall here. That's why Gambit wanted to kind of cover for him. Okay. Sziky went speed and then lair, so he's going to have a Spire coming up soon.
Yep, here we go.
Okay, first Vulture out. Let's see if Bonyth is going to put down cannon on time. This time it's actually not that scary because they got Gambit closed up in his ramp, so it's not going to be hard to defend this one.
Yeah, with that small delay was just enough to get that cannon up. It looks like he actually went for the cannon before gas this time. I would guess that Red is starting to realise it's probably Wraiths by only seeing the one Ultra on the ground.
I think so, yeah. Okay, so we're coming up for some damage. 5 Zealots and many Lings. Looks like they're going to be able to defend. It's just a matter of how many drones they're going to be able to pick off. I see 1 drone picked off, 2 drones. Wow.
Yeah.
Like at least 2 drones got picked off. So he has 6 drones now.
Yeah, I think that was good damage. I think it's good to trade out those tier 1 units before the Wraiths come out. Yeah, Gambit looks like in quite a bit of trouble here, so yeah, it's kind of up to MoonLight to get some counter damage. It looks like this is going to be the second Overlord he manages to pick off. And early Overlord speed, Sziky. Would you expect to see from Bonyth as a follow-up here?
We can... Oh, Robo. So this means he's going to go Dragoons and Observer. Yeah.
You don't think he's going to go with Reaver and hope that the Mutas can take control of the air?
Reavers certainly, but it's a little bit dangerous to go Reavers too quickly when you have Cloaked Wraith. But maybe later, yes.
He is getting Sziky's getting Overlord speed though.
That's true, but one kind of like quick movement, shuttle goes down in 2 hits. So.
Yeah. Yep, still pumping Wraiths.
Yeah, right now Zerg Protoss is quite ahead because they did a lot of damage on Gambit. He's still on 1 hatchery, or maybe 2nd hatchery going up.
Yep.
2nd hatchery going up, so it's he's quite delayed in terms of getting his macro up. And Bonyth is very ahead in terms of his macro, and Sziky is soon able to come out with the Overlord speed.
Yeah, Bonyth did lose a few probes there, but he's only 1 behind the Terran. I think he's in a very good spot still.
Yeah, Bonyth's playstyle in 2v2 seems to be more of like a macro-oriented game, not like a tight timing rush. Because normally Protoss don't pump probe this much. They kind of stay like 15 probes or so for a while.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think Bonyth knows how to stop making probes. I think it's ingrained in him just to keep making probes. I
mean, that is usually the 1v1 playstyle.
It is. And he's making it work in 2v2, you know, it's not a bad thing. Like I literally don't think he ever misses a beat with his probe production.
Right.
It's going to come in very handy here with him going for the expansion.
Oh, he doesn't realize he has an observer. Gets caught in a bad spot here. Got 2, 3, at least 2 raids that got picked off. This is looking very bad for the Zerg Terran team. There's nothing that can stop these Zealot Dragoon push. Sunkens are going up, but might be a little too late.
Yeah, Bonyth just taking the position behind the minerals for the most part. Yeah, I'm going to go in and trade here. Please take off this one Sunken. Yeah, this is a lot of pressure coming out of the red team. I think they've done a really good job here. It looks like the air's winning and the ground's winning. Yeah, Gambit was just 2 behind, wasn't he? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think he could have maybe just delayed his spore because his allies' rates could potentially help him. Going spore first and getting the second hatchery up much later just wasn't enough macro to sustain the long battle. So that attack and Gambit early on, that was the decisive move.
Yeah, I mean, what I like about this game is it's not like anyone made a mistake. It's just that Sziky Bonyth, that attack on the Zerg to kill those drones was absolutely beautiful. And I don't think Gambit did anything wrong. You know, I think he ran his drones away. He only lost a couple at the beginning, so you know it was decently done. But it's just Bonyth Sziky just got that damage they needed and kept the pressure on the Zerg as well. That's why this second attack was really well timed. Because the Terran was also transitioning. There's a bit of a weak spot there. But yeah, red team exploited.
Right. I also wondered if the Vultures could have come open up Gambit's ramp instead of like trying to go 5 o'clock. Because he was outnumbered if Gambit didn't reinforce his lings from his main.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I didn't quite get to see the cannon timing here. I would assume it would have been similar to this cannon timing. This cannon timing was absolutely great. So yeah, I would presume that cannon timing was also good. Yeah, I mean, even if this attack didn't work, with Bonyth getting this second base up as well, they were even prepared for the late games. This was far from an all-in. So I think all round quite a decisive victory.
Yeah.
And we're tied up, which is exactly what everyone wants to see. Right, predictions, guys.
The other thing is that, so right now we're tied up, and last game on the way. One more comment to make about the last game is that, you know, Sziky didn't go lair first. He went speed and then lair.
Right.
So in that case, the mutas pop out around like close to minute 6, more than minute 5. So I think like 5 minutes and 40 seconds or so. And then if you make 2 starport rates from, you know, 11 gas or 10 gas, you get your raids out by before minute 5. Right. So if MoonLight was just on time, didn't get harassed, and maybe went just straight raids instead of add-on, I think they may have been able to do more damage, but he went add-on first, so I think they missed out on the early aggression opportunity, and also to skip on the spore and go faster second hatchery. So I think that played into the disadvantage they developed later in that game.
Yeah, and as you were mentioning that, I was thinking that those wraiths did nothing, did they? I don't think they achieved anything.
Yeah.
They got 2 overlords, but I mean that's easy. They didn't actually do any. He went on Protoss as well, which is an interesting choice. I mean, if Bonyth didn't make that cannon in his main, then things could have been different. But yeah,
right.
Bonyth was bottled
he
up.
thought he couldn't cross over too far into Zerg category.
Yeah.
Territory.
Mm-hmm.
So he just did what he could, which is harassing Protoss.
Yeah, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough.
No, it was not enough. So yeah, I need people to start predicting who they think is going to win. I'd be very interested to what people think. What do you think, Lay?
Well, it's really hard to know. Maybe last game they'll get ZZ and then see a totally different game.
Mm-hmm.
But if they get Zerg Protoss again, I think Sziky and Bonyth, they've been playing very well on that matchup. So
yeah, they have. Okay, so
yeah, we'll just have to see.
Yeah, so that's your prediction. It's just going to come down to the random race.
Yeah.
Okay, and if it's Terran, then it's 50-50?
Terran, we'll just have to see if because so far MoonLight has been playing 2 starport raids every game. And did they win the first game with the starport raid?
Yeah, because they won the first 2 games, the Korean team.
That's right. That's right. So if they can get the timings down, not get harassed, Gambit has a lot of link control on the map, then they'll take the game. But if they get blocked in, I presume that the Sziky and Bonyth will overwhelm them, and in the mid game.
One thing I have noticed about watching series with Sziky Bonyth is they adapt every game by a lot. And it's always really great adaptations as well. So I think series are always in their favour. Because, I mean, as you saw, they kind of got, beaten down pretty hard in the first 2 games. But by the 3rd game, they'd already, turned things around. And in that 4th game, you've noticed that Bonyth has already recognised the fact that he needs a cannon before gas. So that adaptability, I think, is in the favour. Whereas... these top pros are normally more robotic, so they just do their builds, right? They get their timings crisp and they do it really well. But I just don't see as much adaptability personally from those top teams. So if I was to predict, I would probably say Bonyth Sziky, because they've got to know their opponents at this juncture. So that is my prediction.
All right. Let's go see our final game. All right, so this is a fighting style map. We have Sziky top left, and his ally Bonyth top right. Then we have Gambit top right Zerg, and then we have a Protoss MoonLight bottom left. So it's a mirror matchup. It's a traditional style map, but the interesting thing about this map is that you have this temple in your main base, and underneath it there's Vespene gas underneath. You can see like
you see the little puff of energy of gas
little
come
puffs,
out.
yes.
Yeah. There we go.
Somebody's smoking inside the temple.
That's
probably.
it. That good shit. That green shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and
you only have eight mineral patches on this map, I think, or maybe you have 9. But the way they're kind of their place is kind of suboptimal for mining, so you might find that your timings are a bit delayed.
Yeah.
Like the pool went up around like minute and like 10 seconds for Sziky there. Yeah, so it's definitely has some slower mining paths than some other traditional maps.
Yeah, what's the fastest? Is it 106 for a pool?
If you really boost minerals well, like 101, 102
Oh,
is the fastest
wow.
spawning pool. But typically it's like more like 105, 106.
Yeah, okay.
So we have a 9 hatchery coming from Gambit. And this spawning pool is pretty late too, like minute and 50. So I see spawning pools go up for 9 hatchery around like minute 40, like 41, 42 if it's fast. So it's 9 seconds delayed. For Sziky, it was 4 seconds delayed. So even if it's a diagonal situation, the 9 pool lings will arrive pretty quickly. This situation. So we'll see how Gambit defends from this.
Yeah,
So,
it's all those minerals at diagonal, isn't it? That's what slows things down so incredibly much. You've only got like 2 or 3 patches, maybe. They're actually good mining speed.
Yeah. So this is kind of a deja vu of game 3, I believe, on Anaconda. So we have like basically a mass versus mass kind of situation. Suzuki's going 9 pool speed, and then probably we'll add the second hatchery. Oh, the lings are already here. 9 pool lings have come up, hitting the sunken colony. But they'll have to back. Okay, just enough time to defend.
Yeah, that sunken is really low though. He will be pumping a lot of lings, so he will hold his ramp for a very long time. MoonLight playing fairly defensive as he should against the 9 pool. You expect him to start moving out on 5 zealots or still stay at home?
I think these zealots can only move when Gambit is breaking out, which is going to be in a while because he got gas rushed. He could move out with the non-speed lings and trade well and make an opening for MoonLight to push out and counter. So we'll see what they do. Okay, so here's some movement.
Yeah.
But this is not like I'm going to go all the way because he doesn't have any vision.
No, it's more.
So, yeah, yes.
It's more of a movement, isn't it? If they want to commit on Gambit, then he's ready to make his choice about to counter or to help.
Exactly.
Yeah, because there has enough zealots that he can mostly hold this area without lings just managing to find their way around.
Okay, so this is a different opening from Sziky. So like he started off 9 full speed, but actually didn't go for the mass.
Yeah, he left 2 drones on gas.
Oh man, another backstab.
Yeah, this is what Sziky is known for. 2 probes, 3 probes.
3 probes.
4.
It's literally deja vu of game 3. Okay, so Gambit's moving out with his at least 2 groups of lings, but they've already Bonyth to Sziky have positioned themselves pretty well here.
Yep, Sziky's splitting off those lings as well, having 2 control groups. Yeah.
Oh, this is just devastating from the Korean team.
Yeah, MoonLight
They've lost so much time.
MoonLight was making more probes this game, so he's not as hurt as he was in game 1, but Bonyth just pumping those probes all the time. He's miles ahead in economy. And I guess those probes are even more useful on such a map where the mining is not as efficient.
Yeah, it will increase the efficiency for sure if you have more in these poorly mining maps.
Yeah, so it's a lot of lings from Gambit, but you just can't find an opening to do anything with them, and Bonyth opting for the DT tech.
Yeah, actually a very good idea. Because Suzuki's not going to be making any more lings to help with the mass fight.
Your mic is breaking up a little bit.
Does it sound better?
No. Sound like a robot.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's sort of sometimes good, sometimes bad. I don't know. Do you want me to pause it?
1 second.
Okay, I mean, that was better. Okay, Mewtwo's coming in here, noticing a Spore. No Spore on the ramp, though. So it looks like Mewtwo's going to take control of the ramp. DT out, sent to the ramp of his ally to make sure that is secured, which came just in time. And then 1 DT being sent to Protoss. Doesn't know it's coming. Okay, opts to dive in. Cannon almost done in the main though. Oh, great snipe by the Scourge.
Oh, huge.
Okay, Cannon up in time to save the main, but won't be able to save the tech. Oh. That is a shame.
Oops.
1 more DT coming in
But
there.
another DT.
Okay, so it looks like he's just going to go for the gateways, which is fine. Already tried to take this cannon out, but notice he can do so. And then going into
looks like
full goon production. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah, for 4 gateways, he's gonna mix in some High Templars and Goon Zealots. You know, I think Bonyth has started mining the second gas in his main.
Oh yeah. I find it interesting the Mutas came to support here, because he had full control of the Zerg ramp. He could have taken out the Hatcher. I'm sort of a little bit confused why he didn't want to do that.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah, maybe Sziky was thinking he can come in and you know, do even more damage to the Blue Protoss, but I think Bonyth was doing just fine on his own. Ooh, quite a lot of Lings coming in, and actually only Templars being made, so there isn't actually going to be anything to hold this ramp. Yeah, Protoss army kind of being forced to run away back here.
Nice snipe of these Archons.
Yeah.
These Archons are what makes the 2 gas Protoss so powerful. He can. Okay, a big army coming up. Lots of army coming. Here's MoonLight coming to help.
Yeah, Red's kind of deep in here. They're choosing to back out. If only they backed out a little bit sooner. I think Blue is going to get some quite nice trades here. It sniped off that DT that was doing quite a lot of damage. Blue's going to come out. No, it's come out behind actually. These Mutas coming in, dealing a lot of damage. Okay. Sziky just wanting to get rid of that Sunken, so Red can start doing sort of the ground and pound. Yeah, not quite enough left over from Red though, is there? Doing any sort of real damage, just kind of got rid of the defences and that's it.
Yeah. But Bonyth is so ahead in terms of unit composition.
Yeah. And the double gas as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, these 2 Archons coming in.
2 Archons. Ooh. Those 2 Archons are too decisive.
Yeah, units to have in play. Blue's coming in to sort of help, but he's only got as much army as Bonyth does, and Sziky has so much in the air. It's not looking good for the blue team. Lost the ramp. There's no defences in the main. going to be hard, very hard to shut down these two Archons. One at almost full health, the other at a third. Oof, yeah, Gambit. Yeah, there's nothing you can make to take out these Archons.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, they were delayed quite a bit from that Ling backstab into MoonLight's base. And the gas rush on the 9 hat delayed the early push.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in that time, the Bonyth and Sziky were able to get ahead and tech, defend their ramps very well. And I think that was the main reason why they won this game.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Bonyth did great, obviously, but the Sziky Lings, I think, were the game decider here, getting those Lings in, doing an immense amount of damage. I mean, I know we were watching, but I'm still surprised those Lings got in, because the Protoss army wasn't even too far out. But Sziky saw that small opening, and yeah, once he's in the main of Protoss, yeah, with no army to help support.
Yeah, it's not the losing the 2 probes that was the main issue this time. It was just that all the army had to stay home, defending against the Lings, while Bonyth and Sziky safely back to their ramps, and by all the time they need in the world to get ahead. So
yeah, and that's that's what Sziky recognizes. It looks like he's just running in Lings blindly, but he's doing it at the exact time, as you mentioned, that blue team want to be moving out. So he knows not only is that his best opportunity, but also, like you say, it's an attack with 2 reasons. It's to maybe get some damage, but also to pull back that blue army, so they're not coming out at the time that they want to be.
Right. Wow, that was great 5 series.
Yeah.
Lots of back and forth.
Yeah. Foreigner team proving to be
making a big comeback.
Yeah, exactly. And you see how I mentioned the Bonyth Sziky. I think they just adapt to their opponents really well. So I've often seen them lose the first game or two against what would be a stronger team. I would imagine. It's just that their adaptability, I think, is so strong with Bonyth Sziky, and that's why even if you find an opening in a game against them, that opening won't be there in the next game.
Yeah, I also thought that the chemistry between Bonyth and Sziky made more sense than the Gambit MoonLight combo. I think they're doing the builds they were meaning to do, but one may have not complemented the other exactly, as Bonyth and Sziky did, especially in the games they lost.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. You see Bonyth and Sziky moving towards the same goal at all times, whereas Gambit and MoonLight and Deluz have obviously played together, I'm sure, a fair bit, but not as much as Bonyth and Sziky. Bonyth and Sziky just that's their team. They know each other inside and out. Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely amazing series. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Thanks to you, Lay, as well. Beautiful cast that was. Yeah, I am really happy with that result. I'm just wondering at this point who can take down Bonyth Sziky.
Yeah, I think they certainly still have some weaknesses in terms of like their builds and openings. It's not standard 2v2 builds or like timings for reasons at like really tight high levels. So there is some areas where they could get injured. For example, if Gambit pushed out a little faster and then forced the Sziky Lings to be a bit more towards the Gambit side of the map, those 5 Zealots could have just rushed towards 11 o'clock, this next to blocking the ramp, and that could have really delayed the Spire even before even with the 2 Sunkens, he could have just targeted the drones and bust up there.
Yeah.
Once the Gambitlings are on the map, they can punish these types of openings. This 9 pool speed into like slow lair. It's a very dangerous build if you don't buy enough time. So
yeah,
I wouldn't call this a standard ZP Zerg build for good reason that I won't go into the detail too much. But yeah, there's certainly weaknesses, but they overcome those kind of more of like a build, like 2v2,
disadvantage.
like theory with more of a chemistry and wit.
Yes. And I think as well, like when top players are playing against something that's not standard, it actually gets kind of difficult for them because they know better what to do against what is standard. They know what counters what, but when something is not standard, you may sort of initially know, okay, this is what we could do to punish them, but you don't know what Bonyth and Sziky are going to actually transition to necessarily. You know, they can't keep an eye on the lair. You know, he could have been all in links. You know, he could have been going 3 hatch links. You just don't know. This is even though it's sort of a disadvantage, like you were erring towards, they're actually turning it into an advantage.
That's a good point.
Right. Awesome, guys. Right. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us. Thank you very much to Bonyth, especially for bringing that raid. Hope you guys from Team Bonyth enjoyed that. And yeah, we'll let you guys know when the next cast is going to be for the SLON. The finals is coming up soon.
Yeah, excited to watch them and maybe cast them too.
Yep. Sweet. Right, guys, let's go.
All right.
Thanks again. I'm going to throw you over to Jiraiya here for some more 2v2 action. Have a good evening, everyone.